Self-driving tech player Aurora debuts on the NASDAQ today under the ticker symbol AUR after merging with SPAC Reinvent Technology Y. The company fetched $1.8 billion in gross proceeds from the merger, down from the $2.5 billion it projected when the deal was announced in July. Chris Urmson is Aurora's CEO and joins us now. Chris, congratulations on the debut here today. For those looking to invest in your company, let's just start on why there was less proceeds raised in this deal.
Well, I think for us, this was just an incredible outcome. As a company, we have got an incredibly strong balance sheet that's going to carry us through our planned commercialization and into 24. And I think we have raised more primary capital in a going public transaction of any AV company or robotics company ever. So we're really actually appreciative of the endorsement from the markets.
This is Emily. Can you talk go ahead.
Go ahead,
Brian.
Emily. Go ahead.
Chris, I wanted to ask just a little bit about the main priorities right now with the business, because of course you have a number of recently announced partnerships with the likes of FedEx, of course an ongoing partnership with Uber and Toyota and Volvo. Where are you really focusing your attention here for the next leg of growth for this company?
Yeah, for us, it's really about getting our first product to market in freight. So today we're on the road with the Aurora Driver operating for FedEx, and we're working to launch at the end of 23 our first product, which will be the ability for a truck to leave a terminal, drive down the streets to get onto the freeway, drive down the freeway for a few hundred miles, come off the freeway and pull into another terminal and deliver that load. And so that's where we're primarily focused, but we're working closely also with Toyota and advancing our Toyota Sienna platform with them and preparing that for a launch soon after that initial launch in freight.
And Chris, apologies if I missed this here. You know, in terms of the cash you did raise, how long will that take you? I mean, that $1.8 billion, you know, do you have enough to bring your product to commercialization?
Yeah, that balance sheet is going to be enough, and it just puts us in a great position to go out and build for the next couple of years. We expect that to carry us into 24, and that'll be past the point where we initially commercialize the Aurora Driver. That's correct.
Chris, I wanted to ask just a little bit about the industry more broadly, because of course there have been headlines recently about safety concerns from companies like Tesla with vehicles equipped with full self-driving. So how are you thinking about educating either the public or your customers about the safety and use cases of this kind of technology?
Yeah, I think it begins by separating the different products that are out there. So what some of the industry like Tesla are developing today is really a driver assistance technology. This is a capability to support a human driver who's really paying attention. What we're building at Aurora is something quite different, which is the ability for a vehicle to drive itself from one place to another without a person on board. And we obviously think safety is critically important. Our mission is to deliver the benefits of self-driving technology safely, quickly, and broadly. And so for us, we have shared already about a month ago our safety case framework. And this is an explanation of why you should be able to trust the Aurora Driver. And it'll encompass the data and evidence that spans from why when something breaks, we expect the Aurora Driver to be able to understand that and mitigate it, to why when it's operating normally, it's being safe on the road, to the fact that we as a company have the appropriate culture and controls in place that we're constantly improving safety and looking out for potential problems before they're realized. And so we think continuing that work and really being thoughtful about making sure that the product comes to market in a safe way is critical to our success.
Chris, you're stationed in what, Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, our company is actually in 7 cities across the United States. Our headquarters in Pittsburgh, but we have offices in the Bay Area, in Seattle, in Dallas, Texas, and in Colorado and Montana as well.
What does the tech talent look like in Pittsburgh?
The talent is fantastic in Pittsburgh. Earlier this year, you may be aware that Aurora acquired Uber's self-driving car business, and we just brought in an incredible flock of people from that. And with the strong universities there and the great quality of life, we find Pittsburgh an amazing place to build in.
Chris, one of the things we've been talking about with a number of companies has been the pressure from labor shortages and scarcities for the balance of 2021. I'm wondering, with your technology, do you have any sense of how much of this type of pressure you're going to be able to alleviate, especially when it comes to truck drivers?
Yeah, and I think this is one of the incredible opportunities. We're seeing right now the fragility of our supply chain and the challenges that have been kind of below the surface for decades, right? It's not news that we're short drivers. We're short 60,000 drivers, or we were early this year. We're now short about 80,000, and by the end of the decade, we expect to be short 160,000 truck drivers. What we're delivering with Aurora Driver is a scalable, safe driver that can help these businesses succeed and help the American economy operate the way it needs to for all of us.
Chris, before we let you go, are you profitable within the next 5 years?
That's the intent, yes. We have a plan to get to profitability within the next 5 years.
All right, we'll leave it there. Aurora CEO Chris Urmson, good to see you. Congrats on the debut. Look forward to following your public company journey.